All right, I've been meaning for a while now to resume my weekly garden tours, but I keep forgetting, so I'm starting now. Uh, so here I'm starting with there's some daffodils and some bluebells over here. This is kind of the corner of the property. And then there is the original garden. Behind my pallet corrals, last year I moved a bunch of things. I moved these woodland poppies, violets, and a handful of yarrow, and I'm really excited. Actually, it might be better to take you inside the fence just to peek. I'm really excited with how they're filling out, and I'm hoping that they'll all kind of spread their seeds down the hill. This hill has honeysuckle and English ivy, and I'm kind of working on repopulating it, but I'm hoping that maybe if those plants naturally spread their seeds that it'll work better than ripping everything out. I've got these hostas here. Every time I see them I'm like, oh, I should put some fencing up. I had put some fencing kind of like attached to the ground here and then up to the old fence that was there a couple years ago, and that's the only thing that's going to keep the hostas from getting munched. There's some more bluebells. I love how they're like pink, and then as they start to open up they turn blue. They're so beautiful. And here I want to share these violets. You know I love violets, but these are like the 3 different colors that I have. There's the white ones with the purple veining, there's the purple ones, and then there's these like light purple. I think that they must be a hybrid between the two. And then my daffodils here. Most of that, well, I don't know, they're probably like halfway through. Like some of them have faded. I was really happy. I was inspired a couple days ago to pick some of them. The ones that were too heavy, you can see there's still more that have fallen over. The peonies are starting to come up. I think this guy is maybe a little sad because it has bee balm completely surrounding it. I need to probably move that, but I'm probably gonna wait till the fall. There's garlic chives everywhere. I use those frequently in my lunch and stuff. Here's another peony. I think that's one that I just moved last year. I've got my phlox here. That's opened up and very pretty. I love how it looks with the violets and just having the pink and the white and the purple, a little bit of purple together there. Not too much more exciting here. It is funny, I don't know what this plant is, but when it first started pushing up, I thought it was a peony, and I thought, why did I plant a peony there? I have tried to plant them closer to the fence, but it turns out it is not a peony. Here's another peony. Now this is interesting to me. I can't remember if this one bloomed last year, but it only has one one like branch of flowers that came up, and it has one bud on it, so we'll see how that does. Here's some foxgloves that I had planted last year. This looks like the foxgloves that are similar to the ones that I've had before. Now these, the leaves look a little different, so I'm curious to see how, like what colors they are and what those look like. I know I had some different seeds. And you can see the tulips blooming. It's so fun to have that color there. Oh, and my lavender, I was worried about my lavender. Last year was the first year I planted lavender, and it looked so sad and gray, but it is greening up, and so I think it made it through the winter and it's gonna be happy. Now we're going inside the garden. Over here is my penstemon. My friend Kurt gave me these 3 different types of penstemon last year, and I don't actually know when they bloom, but they do look like they're starting to grow upward, so that's exciting to me. This one, I still have this oregano inside the garden that I meant to move. Oh, my clematis here on the fence, it greened up and I can see some buds, but it's not blooming yet. I know I've seen a couple people post pictures that their clematis is blooming. Oh, and then here I've got my sweet peas. So I just wanted to experiment and I planted some sweet peas in the fall. I didn't protect them at all from the winter, but they made it and I think that's pretty exciting. And then here's my parsley that I actually got it from seeds that somebody else had germinated them by sticking them in the fridge last spring, and it didn't grow too much last year, but now I think it's going to be really happy and hopefully I'll be able to use it. There's some cilantro that I grew from seed. Here, these little babies are my sweet peas that I just started a couple weeks ago. You can see they're just starting to poke their heads up, so that's exciting. These pots, I'm keeping them here until they've started sprouting. They have calendula and different kinds of violas in them, so I'm hopeful that that'll add some beauty to my deck later. Here's some more seeds that I started. There's nothing blooming there, but there's a bunch of like black-eyed Susans and a bunch of different things. This big pot here has my ranunculus and anemones. My intention was just to leave them until they sprouted. So you can see that many of them have sprouted now, so I should probably move them out of the pot and give them a little bit more space. That'll be a project for the next few days. Here's my bed that has lupin in it. I'm really excited about. It also has lilies. The lilies, it was the first time they bloomed last year, and that was exciting because the deer had been chomping them. I also have a handful of hardy annuals. There's some bachelor buttons. I might have started some agrostemma there too. And then here, this is a lot of hardy annuals. There's these guys, the Sweet William. Their scientific name is escaping me right now. My parsnips that I'm really excited about, the greens here are really happy. I can't see if I can see the tops of those, but I had started those last year. I don't know, I think that they'll go to seed eventually, so I need to look up if I need to pick them, pull them up before they go to seed. And then over here I have another pot that has calendula in it. And then here's my baptisia. It's very exciting. It looks like here they are starting to get their first true leaves. And I think it'll be more exciting when they're actually, when those leaves are actually blooming, because they're pretty unique and beautiful. Here's this daffodil bed that it's kind of past its prime. And these guys over here, that space there, actually I'm gonna be working on clearing. I've been working on it, but there's still a few clumps because I want the path to go straight to the rain barrel there and to turn that. Oh, there's more daffodils here. I have all these irises that I've dug up. I need to get them. These guys, I put them back in the ground just to see if that would be better for them. But I want to move them outside the fence because the deer don't tend to bother them. Now these guys, it was so funny because I didn't know what they were. I could tell that there were a ton of seedlings that were all the same. And the name came to me the other day, but it's escaping me now. So I'll have to add that in the comments when it comes to me, but it's something edible. Here is another one of my seed starting areas. This has agrostemma. Oh, it's funny, these are poppies here, but you can see this poppy made it over into this pot too. I have like a key where I say what everything is. Oh, these these violets over here by the shed just make me really happy. It's kind of silly how happy the violets make me, but I figure it's better to be happy than unhappy. Here are just the few tulips that are left from last year. It only looks like there's 3-4 buds there, which is kind of crazy because it was 50, and I had heard that the tulips don't tend to perennialize here, but it definitely seems to be true. Here's my snapdragons, and I'm very excited about those. Last year they were pretty happy. And then what else? My oak leaf hydrangea is leafing out, and I think that's going to be really beautiful. Now this is so interesting to me. So this is the bed right here that I planted my peas in, and there's clearly a lot of other things growing in here. So I'm really curious to compare the growth of these peas with the growth of the peas in my new garden, where there's just not as many weeds. I mean, I have trouble calling the violets weeds. Clearly, this bed is like completely full of them. I just love them. But if you've been watching, you know that. Okay, I'm gonna show you my last set of pots that has seedlings in it. This has some foxgloves. Those are these guys. They're like teeny tiny. And it's funny because there are some, I think, pretty sure it's violets in here. Like these guys are just violets that have germinated, but some of the seedlings I've gotten familiar with. It's just so crazy how tiny the foxgloves are. And then I think here's a lupin. I think that might be another lupin. And then some more calendula. And here's my blueberry bushes. Some of them are looking pretty sad, but 3 of them look like they'll produce berries. So that's exciting. And then, oh, I forgot my root rhubarb. Here's the ranunculus. Oh, look, this guy has a bloom on it already. That's exciting. Oh, this guy does too. That looks like it's a little deformed, but hopefully there'll be more. More Sweet William. And some of these, I can't remember what they are. Here's another snapdragon. And then this, I think this is anise hyssop. And then my rhubarb. Oh my goodness, and my asparagus. Look at this asparagus, guys. This one's so big. And this one is so tall. I can't even get it at this angle. And then this guy, oh my goodness. It is so fun and exciting to see all the new growth. It is crazy, the asparagus that was planted in the ground over here, it hasn't emerged yet. Oh, I do see one that emerged in the last few days, but the biggest like root stock was here, and I don't see anything emerging yet, but there is one. Let me see if, oh, you probably can't see it. Let me see if I can get closer. Like, oh, I don't want to step on anything. But here is a little asparagus. I don't see any more, but I did put a bunch in last year. But then here's my rhubarb. I did a short on these guys already, but just very exciting. I also have some aster, I don't actually know how that got there, and some mums that I don't know how those got there either, but I'll probably move eventually. All that green there, here, that's all baby violets, I'm pretty sure, so I want to move those. And then here's something, I'm not sure what this is here, but something that I started from seed last year. I remember planting some random things. This is one of my problems, is that I just plant random things everywhere, and then it's hard until you get familiar with the plants. So anyway, this is the longest garden tour ever, I think, but it's really exciting to see things greening up and blooming. Oh, I have my hellebore over there. Oh yeah, and then this hydrangea, I actually, my sister was here and she encouraged me, and we dug out some of the suckers of the hydrangea, and she went home with a bunch, and I've shared some of those with some of my local friends. And then I took out these big, there was a laurel here and some other tree bush. Oh, I see the woodland poppy is blooming. So, but here is, I planted 3 of the suckers here. So hopefully those will fill out, and this whole area will be filled with the oak leaf hydrangea. And then here's the woodland poppy. I just moved that guy here, and it's really happy to me that it's blooming. I moved a couple woodland poppies, some violets, and those are bluebells there too. They're not, I don't think that it looks like they'll bloom this year, but I'm hoping that those guys will just kind of fill in here and be like a green mulch for the hydrangea. So anyway, that's what's going on here at Jane's Hope.